Welcome back to another tabletop review. Today we'll be taking a brief look at the LaserMax laser sight with its Grip Sense activation system. A few weeks ago a friend of mine showed me his everyday carry, a Ruger LCP, to which he had just added the LaserMax Green Grip Sense activated system. Now, like my friend, as I've gotten older, my eyes aren't what they used to be, and I have found a good laser has been useful in target acquisition, tracking, and reacquisition. So all of my everyday carry weapons are laser equipped just in case. I too have a Ruger LCP2, which I like because of its slim profile and lightweight. By the way, this gun is unloaded. It has the built into the frame red laser system. I'm not really keen on this system because it's button activated and the laser is red rather than green. Green lasers are easier to see, especially outdoors, and green lasers are visible at greater distances. I prefer an intuitive activation system over a button activated system because under stress there's less to mess with to get on target, and so I tend not to carry this LCP very often. However, I also recently bought a .22 caliber version of the Ruger LCP2. For a little over $300, it was hard to pass up. This gun is also unloaded. I like .22s, and I've got a bunch of them. I like them for training, for plinking, and even for backup use. Adding a laser to my LCP2 .22 would be something I'd be interested in. So my friend told me what he had paid for his LaserMax laser. It got my attention. I'm used to paying between $300 and $400 for Crimson Trace grip activated systems, for example. He had paid $150. So after a bit of research, I decided my friend had indeed made a good choice and ordered one myself. And here it is, the LaserMax CenterFire laser sight for my Ruger LCP2 .22. By the way, if you enjoy this review, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. As for packaging, the LaserMax CenterFire laser sight comes in a clear plastic box. The box includes the sight, it includes paperwork including a manual and instructions. There's also a packet which includes 2 Allen wrenches, one for installation and the other for adjustment of the laser. And there's also a couple of mounting screws. There's a battery and a laser sticker. We'll begin installation by making sure that the gun is unloaded and safe first. Follow the instructions. Install the right side of the laser first, working the part for the back of the trigger guard into place and then guiding the rest of the unit around the trigger guard up to the underside of the frame under the muzzle. Once in place, install the battery. Next, install the left side half of the unit. Squeeze the 2 halves together until seated, then use the larger Allen wrench to install the 2 installation screws. Don't over tighten. Now check for function by touching the underside of the extended end of the laser unit back by the grip. The laser should turn on. Use a smaller Allen wrench to adjust the laser sight for zeroing in on a target. Make further adjustments as needed during initial use. Adjustment for elevation is here. Adjustment for windage is here. The LaserMax laser sight is activated by touch, so when you grasp the gun, the laser activates. There's no button to push, although there's an ambidextrous button system here and here. to activate or turn the unit off. You can choose pulse laser mode. Just hold the button down for 3 seconds, or solid beam. And you can also deactivate the sensing system altogether for button-only activation if you choose. One more thing, the system has an auto shut-off after 10 minutes to prevent the battery from draining accidentally. Alright, so how well does this LaserMax system actually work? As I mentioned earlier, I've got quite a few laser grip systems in my collection. Most are Crimson Trace systems, and they weren't cheap. They work well, and I've had some of them for more than a decade of use, so I think highly of them. However, because they all have a button that is activated when you grip the gun, there are times when your finger can miss the button or you haven't provided enough pressure, and so no laser. It may be a rare occurrence, but it has happened to me more than once on at least one of my guns, so I'm reluctant to carry that gun for that reason. Also, compared to the built-in to the frame unit on my LPC2 380, I like the LaserMax that it's an add-on unit, yet extremely slim and compact. If the unit breaks, I can easily replace it or discard it. But the big difference I see on this LaserMax laser is the faultless activation system. It works. Add to that the laser is a green laser, and also add to that the low price for the system, and well, the LaserMax seems like a pretty good choice. Now, one thing only time will tell is how rugged is this unit. Like I said, some of my Crimson Trace units are more than a decade old. How well will this LaserMax laser hold up? Reliability is an important issue. As for price, I found a better price than even my friend had gotten. I was able to find a sale that was pretty good, which included sales tax and shipping for only $135 total. The shipping was ground, so it took a little while for the unit to arrive, but what the heck. Now, I think it's important to know that there are a number of other manufacturers of these types of add-on laser systems out there, and you may find one you like better. I'm not trying to sell you on the LaserMax laser. I'm just reviewing it from my personal experience with just this one unit. I've done plenty of reviews on the Crimson Trace and other units I bought over the years, and as with them, I'm not a spokesperson and I don't get anything from these companies. So please share in the comment sections if you have an experience or recommendation regarding these laser systems. Which reminds me, before we end today's video, if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe down below. And thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. So in conclusion, we appear to have a pretty good solution for you if you want to add a grip sensing type laser unit to your LCP. LaserMax laser sight with the grip sense activation system seems to work pretty well. It comes with the preferred green laser, and the grip sense activation appears to eliminate the need for a mechanical activation. The unit is extremely slim and compact with a price that is attractive. However, well, this unit holds zero, and whether the LaserMax laser will display the expected durability needed for long-term reliability operation or not, only time will tell. Am I ready to trade my Ruger LCP2 380 off for one without a laser so that I can add a LaserMax laser? I don't think so, at least not yet. But I will say that I think the installation on my Ruger LCP222 is a perfect testing ground for the LaserMax laser. I expect I'll be taking this gun to the range regularly, and because it's a 22, it's likely to get a lot of use. I may even pack it a bit as a backup gun. Whatever, my plan is to report back after I've given the LaserMax laser a good bit of use. Meanwhile, any weapon you carry is better than the one you left at home. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll be back for my next tabletop review. Until next time, stay safe.